I'm Lance Walter. I'm Chief Marketing Officer at a startup company called Prophecy. We're funded by Databricks Ventures and others, and our mission is to help large enterprises unlock data, get it into more users' hands for analytics. The Databricks Data and AI Summit was super important to Prophecy for a lot of different reasons. First of all, Databricks is an investor, as I mentioned. They're our single biggest partner, and that event itself is our largest marketing expenditure of the year. It's right in the neighborhood of $500,000, which is a lot for us as a startup. To call that Databricks Data and AI Summit our Super Bowl would really be to understate it. In putting together the sizzle reel for the Databricks conference, I think I had a few kind of simultaneous concerns. One was, do we have enough raw material? Do we have enough imagery that we can really make it compelling? The other is, can we work with Spacebar to do it in a way where it's not self-aggrandizing and self-promotional, but more enticing to the users in terms of the value they can get rather than how cool we are? And the last piece was we were up against the timeline. We had to get it on social, so we were working in days and weeks, not months. A big part of choosing Spacebar at Prophecy was because the Spacebar team works the way that we work. They move super fast, they're very flexible, they listen to ideas, they bring great ideas. And with Spacebar, we're usually in great shape from kind of the first storyboard, and it tends to take minimal iterations to get everything right, whether that's the text or the voice or the audio, the images. It matters to us because we're competing in the AI market, right? If we don't have velocity, we will die. And so we need a partner who can move at that pace with us. We've managed a few projects on a tight deadline with Spacebar, and it's never been a problem. I think part of what makes it work is that they have run a lot of these kinds of projects, so it's very, very easy for them to build out a project plan, kind of a work back, time-loaded and resource-loaded plan. That's what good partners do. And the other thing is, I would say, a lot of what we like about Spacebar is they act like a virtual extension with our team, and we feel the same seriousness and the same sense of urgency that they're committed to the same deadlines for the same reasons that we are. I was super excited when I saw the final video come together, and obviously that's exactly the reaction that we want coming from the audience. I do want to say that while we care a lot about the production quality, we want it to be visually compelling, it also has to speak to our audience, right? And Spacebar helps us on all of that in terms of what will really land with this audience and stick, and not just have them move on to the next thing, but come to the Prophecy booth at the big show. In terms of results, I would also mention we more than doubled the number of scans from the prior year, well into the thousands. And so from a leading indicators perspective, we are extremely happy with the volume of opportunity we get to chase coming out of that show. And a lot of things went into it: good team execution, good product, all of that, but Spacebar was a critical partner in helping us deliver that upgraded results versus last year. I would encourage people considering it to give the Spacebar team a shot. They make it really, really easy to get started and show results quickly. When I think about organizations like ours, where you don't have a giant team and you know that you need professional video, but you don't necessarily have the time or bandwidth to deliver it in-house, it's a great resource to move fast and feel like an extension of the team without paying for full-time resources. So if you are a marketer who recognizes the opportunity to use video to really amplify the impact and increase the results like we did at the Databricks conference through the use of video, I would encourage you to check out Spacebar.